Looking for the latest news, market updates, and more right at your fingertips? Download the KRVN app today. With the KRVN app, you can get the news, listen live, even access exclusive content anywhere, anytime. Brought to you by Marshall Land Brokers and Auctioneers, Select Sprayers, and Platte Valley Auto in Lexington and Kearney. So what are you waiting for? Go to the App Store or Google Play and download the free KRVN app today. It's your connection to the heart of agriculture.
Take a midday look at the market trade, livestock side. Joining me, it's livestock market analyst Kyle Bumsted. Kyle, there's a fair amount of red on the screen in cattle futures here. Is this strictly the USDA announcement on border reopening, or is there something else going on here?
That's a good question, Chad. I don't think this is all strictly on the reopening. Now, for you folks that are just now hearing about it, the USDA came out yesterday afternoon, mid to late afternoon, and announced that they're going to be opening the border gradually. They're going to be opening up one port of entry here starting next week on Monday, to my knowledge, is what I read on the release. And then there's going to be subsequent openings the following week and the week after and so on and so forth until we get to the end of September, when they should all be open according to this paperwork. Now, feeder's taking the biggest hit. However, the index is going to be up $1 here today, around that 315 and change, 315.07, when the Merck updates it later with the daily number at 314.02. We had some pretty good sales here yesterday, pushing that index up. We're also seeing some high-priced video cattle, going on sale right now too. Now, I don't know when those video cattle are going to be put in. It depends on the delivery date when they're going to be put in the index. So we got that to deal with as well too. On the cash cattle side of things here, a lot of folks think we'll be steady, maybe a little bit higher here today or this week on cash. We've got a full kill week here next week. I've seen 223 bids here in Nebraska by a major, and I've also been picking up some 220 bids there in Kansas as well. So it depends on if the cattle feeder locks the gates up here and says we want more money. We'll see how that kind of fares out as we finish out the rest of the week. I do want to point out as well quick that we do have the Golden Roll that starts a week from today. So a lot of this could be position moving, and we also have position squaring. It is Tuesday. The Commitments Traders is going to be coming out on Monday because of the Friday holiday. So there could be some movement of position here starting early in the week here, Chad.
All right, thank you much. Livestock market analyst Kyle Bumsted. Call him at 308-708-7340. This is the Rural Radio Network.
3 feet. I'm Trooper Ollie with the Nebraska State Patrol. Oftentimes, 3 feet is all we have when working on the side of the road. When you come across an emergency vehicle working roadside, Nebraska law requires drivers to move over or slow down if you can't move over. For all of us who perform our jobs on the road, help us out and move over.
This message presented by the Nebraska State Patrol, the Nebraska Broadcasters Association, and the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Battling rust or tar spot? Drought threatening? You need a fungicide that'll hold the line, finish a job, and help protect your yield. The right one for the job? TriForPro Fungicide. Powered by 3 workhorse active ingredients, including Solantinol technology, TriForPro works overtime to protect corn and wheat from rust, leaf spots, blights, and stress, maximizing your potential yield at harvest. The pros trust TriForPro to work harder, last longer, and help yield stronger. Shouldn't you? Talk to your retailer to lock in your supply today. Always read and follow label instructions.
This is a market update. I'm Bruce Gorder on the Rural Radio Network. USDA inspected 53.9 million bushels of corn for export in the week ending June 26th, along with 8.3 million bushels of soybeans, 16 million bushels of wheat, and 0.4 million bushels of grain sorghum. Marketing year-to-date export inspections total 2.163 billion bushels, up 490 million bushels, or 29% from the previous year's pace, and up 138 million bushels from the seasonal pace needed to hit USDA's target for the marketing year that ends on August 31st. As such, look for USDA to increase its old crop corn export target again in its July WASDE crop report, although the trade is now focused on new crop growing conditions. The gap continues to grow from week to week. July corn is currently unchanged at 420.5, December down 4.5 at 421. July soybeans down 1.5 at 10.22 3/4. November down 1 1/4 at 10.25 3/4. July wheat in Chicago 5 3/4 higher at 534.5. July wheat in Kansas City up 0.5 cent, 506.5. August live cattle down $3.32 at $210.55. October down $3.05 at $207.12. August feeder cattle down $5.90 at $304.77. September down $5.87 at $304.75. August lean hogs 37 cents lower at $107.12. The October contract up 35 cents at $92.75. Class 3 milk for July is down 24 cents, trading at $17.53. And you're listening to the Rural Radio Network.